Welcome to Execution Tuesday. We're putting legs on the philosophy from Strategy Saturday specifically, which is this: how do you make ethics real in your operational systems? So here, just to recap a bit about the subject of ethics and strategy. If you caught part 2 of Aristotle Meets OPEX, this is a snippet of what you heard. You heard that ethics comes from many places: biology, culture, reason, religion. But in the end, it's about eudaimonia, human flourishing, right? In alignment with Aristotle. And in operational excellence, that means we don't pursue excellence for its own sake. We pursue it to enable people to thrive. Execution serves virtue. So let's make that real here. Here are 5 ways to build virtue directly into your operations, what I call your ethics engine. 1. Embed ethical checkpoints. Just like quality gates, insert ethics gates into your processes. Did this decision align with our stated values, right? That's what you need to ask. You could also ask, are we optimizing for speed at the expense of people? These can be prompts in digital workflows or part of your stand-ups or retroactives or postmortems. 2. Reward ethical behavior, not just outcomes. Most KPIs, key performance indicators, ignore how the result was achieved. Recognize behaviors like transparency, accountability, and fairness, even when the result is not perfect. Add a virtue multiplier to your recognition system so you can capture those things. 3. Normalizing speaking up. Psychological safety is the soil where ethics grow. So you can build micro routines like 60-second speak freely rounds into meetings to surface ethical concerns early. And they should be speaking freely the entire time, quite frankly. 4. Use the human excellence triangle as a calibration tool. Your human excellence triangle becomes your operational compass. Execution. Are we doing it well? Strategy, right? You ask, are we doing the right thing? And with ethics, you ask, are we doing it the right way for the right reason? 5. Design for dilemmas. Don't wait for the ethical crisis. You can simulate it, right? So in your training, use real world gray zone scenarios, right? These like edge cases, and ask questions like, what do we do when excellence in one domain causes harm in another? Or what if speed conflicts with transparency? Here is a tactical framework, the ethics model here, an acronym you can follow. You have ethics, which is E, to embed, T, train, H, hear, I, incentivize, C, calibrate, and S, simulate. Let's hop into it and let's define these. E, embed and build ethical checkpoints into your SOPs, your standard operating procedures, workflows, and tools. Train. Teach decision makers virtue-based frameworks such as eudaimonia and Aristotle. H. Hear. Listen actively for ethical tension and create a space for dissent. You want to cultivate a space for that. I. Incentivize. Tie rewards to integrity, not just performance, right? Not just the outcomes. You want to also tie it to how those outcomes were achieved. C. Calibrate. Use models like the human excellence triangle to guide your decisions. S. Simulate. Run role plays of dilemmas. Teach people how to navigate, not just be in compliance, right? This model turns ethics into a system, not a slogan or a poster on the wall. Because ethics doesn't just live on posters. They live in your decisions, they live in your systems, they live in the trade-offs. They live in how you execute and not just what you execute. Hey, Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is therefore not an act, but a habit, right? And I'll take it one step further. Excellence without ethics is efficiency in the wrong direction. So today's Execution Tuesday is not about process optimization. This is about moral optimization. You don't just run the machine. You decide where the machine is going. That's what you do. And that's where your ethics come in. And that's how we enable human excellence. And if you haven't watched the companion Strategy Saturday video, Aristotle Meets OPEX Part 2, go check that out for the philosophical foundation of what we discuss here today on Execution Tuesday. And if you're ready to operationalize virtue in your teams, go ahead and start your own triangle and to try to scale it out using this ethics framework here. And just to give a quick shout out here, just like the Aristotle Meets OPEX Part 1 video, this was inspired by this book here, Yours to Design by D'Angelo Burst. After reading this book, that's where I contemplated about the concept of eudaimonia and Aristotle's virtue ethics and how this would apply to operational excellence to help support enabling human excellence in what we do in our businesses here. This has been an Execution Tuesday. Execution Tuesday discusses the how. Strategy Saturday, that's where we talk about the whys. We have both strategy and execution. We bring them both together, and that's how we make it happen. Until next time,